want to be in this picture. I want to be in this picture or two. I want to be in this picture. You know, everything I watch on TV, and whether I remember or I don't remember, it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant to me. Because when I come out here into life and I start to act, sometimes I take it from that guy over there. Like, look at this thing I just did. Like I'm a dancer. I took it from someone over there. Like, that's a whole expression in itself. George Seinfeld, Elaine, when she goes like that, like she's like dancing, and it's like an automatic, you know. So I was talking to somebody today, yes, people, and the woman says, well, when you have a mental, I don't know if she said disorder or disease, okay? I don't know if she said disorder or disease, but which one would I have? Why am I acting this way? Because it makes me feel good, you know. I don't like what I look like. I'm all white. What if I had some color? I need a little bit of color, more color than that. I need way more color than that. Let me get a flashlight out and make me happy. Oh, there I go. I got a blue light on me, right? See this light? We got a blue light right there. Holy God. Which way is the light pointing, right? And that brings me to this scenario over here. Oh my God, how does he get from there to there with Elaine and Kramer across the street? You know, I'm not driving the taxi. I got a good friend that works for the Postal Union. Sort of looks like Kramer. These two cards, one holds up the fort. Okay? Fort means more than one word. It means strong in French. What does he hold up? He holds up the lollipop. So what does he hold up? He holds up the fort of the land. Fort of the land. Everyone over here is going, look, 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. Yes, you may have 11. The jack is also the 11th card in the deck. You notice one says a V and one is a J? Because one's in French, one's in English, right? One's in French, one's in English. See the top part, see these cards are all cut off at the corners, right? They're not square. If they cut these cards off the corner and they call them equal, well, if you want to complete the equality, you'd have to take that card and then bend it here. Now look what happens when I bend it here. The corner, this corner here, is a void corner. So we're actually seeing the back side of the card. So we right away know the color codes. These cards are dead in the casino. They cut them off so nobody can use them. They cut off opposite. They don't cut the V in half. The V is the 22nd letter. The J is the 10th letter. Equals to 32, the freezing point, or it equals to 12. 12 is a representation. I had to get this thing out today. Yeah, you can't even see it in the freaking light, right? So we're going to hold it real close. We're going to have to even get it even closer. So can we get this over here? 12. Because the jacks and the kings, right? And we didn't finish with these jacks, right? They're holding up the fort. He's holding the lollipop of the land. Look what he's got trapped in the center. You got to put more of these designs together, right? You can either take this and turn it sideways and say it's an airplane. You see the way it looks like an airplane when you don't see it well, right? Because you're seeing it from the front. See the way this looks like a boat? See the top and the back of the boat is on his head? The boat is splitting the water. Everybody lives on top of the V between two sides. The not the bow and the stern, but the what do you call it? The drivers, the captain, and the bow. The bow, the stern, and the opposite side of the boat is starboard, and the opposite side is starboard. Starboard, I think, is the guy who's driving the boat. So, anyways, from that to this, one eye equals 2, 2 eyes equal 4. In this situation, okay, 8 and 9, 1 cannot be a power to anything, while 1 is a power to nothing. 2 becomes 4. So 1 becomes 1 and 4. Enter the 3 power, it becomes 1 and 9, it becomes 4 and 9, it becomes 1, 4, 9. That's how this creation would come in powers. Empower the situation. 1 power, 2 powers. 1 power would stay the same. 2 powers would make 1 and 4. 3 powers would make 1, 4, 9. 1 and 1 equals to 11, talking about itself. So now we have over here 1 and 2. We want to bring 1 to the 7th gate. We want to bring 2 to the 7th gate. So 5 and 2 is 7. 6 and 1 creates 11. 1 and 1 is 2. We want to bring 2 to the 4. We want to bring the 1 to the 4. 3 and 1, 2 and 2. 3 and 2 is 5. 5. And 9 and 8 is 17. That is your queen. And 1 and 2 we are bringing to the gateways of Mars, the spirit gateways. 9 and 8 equals 17. In French, once we get to this number in French is said in sequence, the same way 6, 7, 8 in cards look the same. This number is said in French 10, 7, 10, 8, and 10, 9. The implication that you see is 10 plus 7, 10 plus 8, 10 plus 9. And how do you know it's not minus? 10 minus 7, 10 minus 8, 10 minus 9, we're on a countdown. Count up and count down from we start from when we end. 7, 8, 9 equals to 24. 9, 8, 7 equals to 24. I don't care, but 9, 8, 7 plus 7, 8, 9 equals to 1776. This becomes 5, 2, and 8. 6, 3, 9 in the one world, and the two world is 2, 5, and 8. You bring them together, you continue in 2, 5, and 8. Because 1 is in 2, 1 is in 6, 1 is in 3, 1 is in 9. 1 complements 2, 1 complements inside of 5, and 1 complements 8. But 8 goes nowhere without 9. 9 times 8 is the 72 rotation. The maximum you can get rotation until you reach Earth, birth, 2952. 81 total, Venus, Ha-Shem. Ha, chemical laboratory. We're building and constructing human beings. Oh my God, I'm the soul of the earth. Oh my God. And it looks like people are looking at me and they're laughing. How many horses are going to look at me and laugh? Or how many cats will look at me and laugh? But our system and vibration, unless I get a cat beside me. But hold on a second. Don't sink the cat. You don't want to throw your sink in on this, right? It means everything. Throwing in your sink means throwing in everything. But if you say sink in French to a cat, you're saying I sink the cat, and I'm sinking something through the sun and the birth, because how you create 29 is through sinking the cat. In French, sank equals to 5 and cat equals to 4. So I sank the cat. Now the cats don't want to be in the water. So what happens when you sink the cat? Does it become radiant? Does his hair stand on end? Or does he end up connected to the water through the radiance of the moon and the sun because of the energies that flow in the air? Tell me there's no water in the air. Tell me the earth is dry. Tell me there's nothing that touches me to where I am. Oh my God. I'm stuck. Where are you stuck? Well, there's air all around me. I don't see it's touching me. Oh my God. I can even cause myself to go into anxiety by just believing it because I know it is touching me. You can't get it away. So who do I have to become? I have to become the owner of my space, where my energy is more than just body, but it's the totality around me. You know what I'm saying? You got a big TV. You got to put this camera, these arms, like get this big TV. How can I get this in this theater? Coming into your house. I'm in your house. I'm in your house. I'm coming in. You gotta hold my hands. Don't let me go. I'm coming into your house. I'm coming in. I'm coming in. All the way in. Man, I'm coming in. Don't miss his fire. Don't miss fire, Mrs. Doubtfire. Don't miss fire. So now what we're going to do is, since one eye on the jack and 2 eyes on the jack, or 1 eye, we have to also know that there are 3 kings that support 2 and 2 eyes, equaling to 4 eyes. Okay, that is 12. They get 12. The kings get 12 versus 2. And that's a representation of the blue world, because the ball 2 and 10 equal to 12. Minus it goes back to 10, and minus it again, it becomes the 8 ball, because we put it to the max just to know what the difference is. The difference between 2 and 12 is 10. 5 and 5, 6 and 4. If you're coming off that cube, where's them cubes going again? Hold on, I gotta shut the flashlight up. It's like Halloween. I spent the morning with my half-wife, my ex-wife, in a church. You had to see the windows in there. Anyways, let's not bother with that. My son had a graduation today. There were cooks and hoteliers. You know what the hotelier is? Famous, good food, good cuisine, people who treat you right when you're coming to sit in that restaurant. And boy, oh boy, 600 people were there. And I'm like going, where am I going this morning? Some stupid graduation? Well, holy crap. That was crazy, man. I was so sentimental inside. I didn't know whether to cry because of all the beautiful people that were there. I mean, good looking, good looking girls, nice looking men, okay? Nice looking men. And everybody wearing these. I noticed one thing today. So the word of the day would be, we're going to get back to these Jackson Kings. But the word of the day is like, this is like a commercial break. You know what I'm saying? This is a commercial break. So you don't want to watch a commercial. But the word of today is the high heels and light. High heels and light. Oh my God, you had to see, they were so beautiful. Everybody's wearing high heels and beautiful, beautiful pantyhose, or they call lingerie or whatever. They had, most of them were wearing black with nice designs in it. And the designs were like, oh my God, look at those designs. I love those legs, but I really like the design, but I like those legs. And there were small legs and big legs, you know, like, but I liked them all. I don't know what it was. I was in church. I was like going, oh my God, Jesus. Now to bring up the light of Jesus. And the one thing about bringing up the light of Jesus is that, are you looking? Look at this picture over here. Now you're probably missing the whole thing, right? You see this picture? Look at the angle of this, right? Look at this angle. I've designed this before just yesterday. This is 4x3, right? It's not the right size. Now take a good look at it. Oh, I'm going to try and put it up straight if I could. Hold on a second. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Let me see if I can get it in there. There you go. You see it? You see it now? You don't see it, right? But remember, there's this point here, a diamond, a diamond, a diamond. 4 corners. You see the way it's indented over here? Now we're going to bring it closer so you can see it and stop the camera from moving a little of an angle. Do you see the Star of David inside? It looks like duck pin bowling. They're just not finished the same on top. There's 3 parts. There's the honeycomb in the center. There's the bowling pin on the right, or curling, whichever way you want to look at it. Now, if you look at it really close, right, each one of these will recreate their own Star of David. This one will recreate the Star of David, and these will all create the Star of David. Notice the way it's in a cage, right? It's in a cage. To hold it up, you got to put things across, up and down. You see the way there's 2 arms, so I need different separation as the one arm. So it looks like it's a little offset, right? Looks like this one's more in the center. Looks like they're offset. But this is that place, right? Now I'm going to show you that we also have the cross in the front of the room. Okay, and it had nothing to do, but it had to do with the food. Now I'm going to show you one more picture. I hope you can see it. And look at this. It's holding up a candle. Look what's over here. Do you remember this sign? Imagine it's white and red. I can't explain it. I have it painted on my floor. It almost reminds me of Finland and Sweden and all these places. All these places around Finland and Sweden. Places that Finland and Sweden, Norway, if you listen to the sound of these words, Northern Way, Way of Five, Way of the Fish, Finland, Sweden, they're so, it's such a like a calm, they're calm names. They're very calm, like smooth names. They're very smooth. This whole place is smooth. Iceland, you know, trueness and smooth in this compact. And I don't know if it's the one on the bottom and the top, it's Sweden, right? Suede. But the name of it and the design is a mouton. 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 The sound of what? Who makes that sound? What does it sound like? It sounds like moo the cow. But mouton is ba 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 ba. Beta angel, the lamb, counting sheep, all asleep. Count 99 down, 99. We always count beers on the wall before they fall. But counting sheep, do you count up? You see, you count the beers down. B and E, A and R. B and R, Brown 72 time clock. B and R, the bear, the sleeping bear. B and E equals to 52. A and R equals to 18. Angel heaven, creation of alpha, beta, bait. Bait, IT is the creation 5 times 4, 5 plus 4 equals 20 equals to T. But now 2, because of 2, what happened to 2? It became 4. Because of the I's on the jacks now. You see, the jacks have 2 with 1 I and 1 Y equaling 2 and 2 I's, right? And it's a J letter, so it would say 2020. And it's got 2 jacks of 4 I's and 4 I's. And since the jack is the 10th letter, okay, in French it would equal 88. But in English, it's only 10. So it equals 40, 40, 80. Let's do it again. In French, okay, it's a J10. So it's 2 I's and 2 I's equals 40 each one. 20, 20 on the top, 20, 20 on the bottom. 20, 40, 60, 80. 20, 40, 60, not using the bottom of one set of I's. Not using all the I's, now combination this. So now we have, in French, it's a V for valet. It's no longer the jack, it's a V for valet. That's the 22nd letter. It's also valued at 5. 22 and 5 is the perfect rotation. Why? Because 22 and 5 is the V in the E family. 22 and 5, it matches exactly what I was saying, where V equals to the 5 Roman numerals, and the reverse of V, okay, in the family is E, and E and V, 5E, I got to do this right. It's 22, and that's a difference of 12. And the 12 and 10 and 22, the difference of the 12 is the freezing point, and then it connects to electric company because of the blue ball. Remember before, 12 and 2, the difference is 10. Well, now it's 10 and 22, the difference is 12. So we're talking about the difference of the blue world, which is connected, right, to the red world, because 1 and 2 are connected. In the 10 worlds, right, 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 9 and 8 are connected. 9 and 8 are the same letter, so in the alphabet, they're connected. So we'd have to put that under that scenario. I know I'm going too fast. There's so many things. We got to talk one-on-one. One-on-one in conversation. We can talk one-on-one. You can talk for all of them. 2 of yous talk for all of them. You ask me the question so they can understand, and it's like translation. I need a translator. Hold on a second. I got an incoming call from no one. Just like I felt like doing this. So now we have the jacks, okay? So now the jacks, okay, 2 I's and 1 I. So if I take this jack with 2 I's, and it's a J letter, right? This is 10, 10, 20, 20 for each I. Or is jack a whole? Do we use it as the whole? Do we use 1 I, 2 I's? I'm going to use the 2 I's together. So 2 times this is 20. So they must be 10 each. So the total of the jack here, it would be 40. The total of jack here would be 20. So that'd be 60. So I need these 2 jacks, or this jack and the jack of hearts, because it also has 1 I, to create 60, 60. And I do the same thing with the club, because the club, the jack of clubs, has 2 I's, right? So I would say the jack of clubs and the jack of diamonds versus this would be 20, would be 2 and 2 I's and 2 I's, right? Unless, because it has 1 I, the jack, you only count the jack as half a 10 and count it as 5. The 1 I jack is 5. The 2 I jack is 10. Right now I'm using it at full count, okay? Full count. Don't forget, this 10 equals 1 and 0. Why 10? Okay, because J is the 10th letter, but it is the 11th card. Don't forget 0, 1 is this side or that side of the same house. Now, if 1 moves over to the right of a circle, it turns the circle sideways. Did you know that? Counterbalance the weight. Throw something in the middle of a circle, put the 1 to the right, the whole world turns to the right. Put the 1 to the left, the whole world falls to the left. That's right. If I move something, the whole cards go this way. Now I'm going east-west. Now my cards, look, I was high, now I'm sideways. That's what happens when you drink. You get high and you fall down. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horse and all the king's men, whoosh, couldn't put him together again. He's flat out, man. He's all around the world. So now we have to understand that we have this one and this one will create 3 and 3, 33. When we have 66, we have all 4 jacks. We get 66. 2 I's and 1 I, 1 I and 2 I's, depending on what combination. Spade, okay, if I remember, spade equals to 45 inside the sun, creation of the IT system of the sun. Jack equals to 38. That's inside the church. Jack of diamonds, I think, equals to 60 or 65, and that is time is counting on you. And look at the angle of the world, right? And you can see the curvature in here, connecting 4 worlds together. 2 skies, 88. And then the Jack of hearts is 52, and that's a representation of breaking and entering, B and E, the gateway from Mars, 1 times 7, 1 plus 7, in which this is what we brought you over here. Now we take it and we switched it to the 2 eyes. Now we got the 4 eyes. 4 and 0 or 4 and 9. 9 and 4 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 and 0 is 0. When it's 0, it's telling you that it's all the numbers. 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 3 and 7, 4 and 6. When it's 9 equals to 13 equals to 4, this is your 4 world. Okay, it tells you 3 and 6 are your 7 worlds. 3 and 4 is 7. And 6 and 4 is 10. Because the only way to get 0, the high world over here, to get 1, 4, 7, is to go 0 and 4 is 4. Okay, 7. Okay, 7 with this one is 3. So you'd have 9 plus 4 is, 4 plus 0. 4 plus 3, 4 plus 6, 0, 36. Or 936. Birth in the heart of all the world. I in the O. E-I-E-I-O. 5, 9. 9 and 5. 6 and 3 is 9. 93 is Saturn. 63 are the moons on Jupiter. And isn't it funny that the word 11, I'm going to try and look for that word 11. Here it is. The word 11, okay, like I was marking fluid ounce, right? But the first 2 letters create the first 8 numbers in pi. It also says sun, okay, because the Z, the way I write it, also looks like an S. It says our sun, but it's the ozone, okay? It's the ozone, which means inside, above, and below. We need that one zone. 63, 11, the word. 11, the word, equals to 63, and 6 and 3 is 9, 9, 11. And 63 is the number of moons on Jupiter and the creation of the red sun. Okay, so if it's all cameras and stuff and everything is electronics, then it's a creation of the red sun. We built the sun. We built the sun. We built bridges. We built the sun. Fragmented and put together like Nintendo pieces. They can melt us apart in radiation. They can burn us in the heat. They can do anything they want to us. But they're not. Because you need the planet, because this is the planet of preference of survival. On this planet, otherwise, wash us away. What do we need to be here? How hot can it get? Because once it gets hot enough, you burnt ash. You're not burnt ash. They can't burn thin air. You're just, whoosh. The more they burn, the faster that last point of memory is, because it's from another system. So you see the Muggendovet star in this picture is always supporting the light. In the front window it was light, and over here it's light. In fact, it was so light in the front window that you couldn't even see it. It brought in the light. It's bringing in all the light. It's the passage for the light, that Star of David, in different parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elements plugged together, all of the same shape, okay, to the honeycomb. And then after that, I mean, I'm going to make that design. I'm going to make the design. I don't know if you can get it on here. Let me see it one more time. Maybe if I shut off all these lights. Maybe if I raise this light. Hold on a second. Maybe if I... No, I can't even get it through this light. I know I'm using up a lot of time, right? Let me see if this works. Does this work? Anyways, there's the church. You see all, I wish I can show you it perfect. I'm going to upload it. You'll see it. Used up a lot of your time. I want to thank you for watching this video and looking at these pictures that bring things closer together. You see the walkway? It goes all the way up. Hold on a second. This walkway goes all the way up to the top, and it crosses all the way over. Now, you can do many things with this design. I'm just playing a little bit. I just wanted to tell you again, we started with this. I sank the cat, the letter D and E. First, we started by breaking and entering. Okay, B. Then I went over to C. Okay, what do I see? And then D, I sink the cat. I fell into the sea. I B&E'd, I break an entry. Through Mars or 1 times 7, 1 plus 7. B&E is 52 is Earth, man. 2 times 5, 2 plus 5 equals 1 and 7, 17 or 03. Creation of 1, 7, the gateway spirit. 1 is the opposite of 6 on the dice cube. Then you come into C. So first you break into the C, C and E, the electronic world, right? The C. You dump into the C, BC, okay, before Christ. And then, before Christ, you sank the cat, D and E, 5 and 4. You sank the cat through the sun. The only way to get 5 and 4 is 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, 5 and 4. It says, I am of An, DNA, I am of Dan. Through the sun, the passage into the sea, the electronic world, and here I am today. Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. I could have had a V8.